I'm LOUKIA BORRELL, and welcome to a reading of my poem, Don't Run Off with Warren Beatty, which was featured in the Scotland-based literary journal DREICH this summer. DREICH means gloomy and is usually used to describe the weather, hopefully not my poetry. I deeply appreciate the editors for selecting this piece. Don't Run Off with Warren Beatty was inspired by a pre-dawn conversation with my husband as I drove him to a train station. We got on the subject of the actor who has always been one of my favorites. I'm a big movie watcher, and I especially like him in Splendor in the Grass, Bonnie and Clyde, and 1978's Heaven Can Wait. I wrote to Warren Beatty after he did that film, and he sent back an autographed photo of himself. I still have it. He's also a native of the Commonwealth of Virginia, where I've lived most of my life. Here is Don't Run Off with Warren Beatty. I tell you, I've got Warren Beatty's autograph from when he did Heaven Can Wait. It's a headshot. He's wearing that gray zip-up track jacket. Which exit? You say, go toward Warwick, a couple of miles up the road. You'll see the Amtrak sign, water the tomato plants tomorrow. They should be okay today. Use the rainwater in the jug. I pull into the train station. You ask, will you wait with me until the train comes? I nod. Yes, do we have to go inside? You are staring at me. No, let's just sit here in the dark. Soon we'll be moving in different directions, both going the wrong way. The train appears. Out of the night, it's here. I offer you a cheek. Lips, you say. You lean in to brush my Cupid's bow lip and say, don't run off with Warren Beatty while I'm away. You vanish into a business class car I won't be driving. Quiet ride home. Before you come back, you call to tell me a colleague's wife suddenly died. We breathe into our phones. You're rushing to get somewhere. Hey, if I were married to someone else and saw you for the first time, I would think my marriage was inferior. I inhale, my lips go up. Warren Beatty would never tell me that. Thanks for joining me. I'm LOUKIA BORRELL, and Don't Run Off with Warren Beatty is my poem.
I'd like to share a poem called When the Waters Rose. This poem considers what the archaeology of Orkney may suggest about establishment resistance to heeding warnings about climate change in the distant past. When the waters rose, we knew our time had come. We'd been warned often enough by wild women bewailing aggrandizing structures, complex procedures, offerings to our gods. As those women were thrown to the whales and beasts gathered and birds shrieked empathy, we grasped what they had known all along. As the waters rose, then we knew the time had come for the final funeral feast. We bore ancestral bones from echoing chambers, and beans, barley, querns. We could bear little more. We had no wood for boats, and waters were rising still, but surely bones of ancestors who knew ancient gods of earth and moon and sun and stars would guide us to a place where we might be renowned. And the next one, Ice Melts, is also from DREICH, August 2021. This poem considers current work to restore peat bogs in Forcenard. Ice melts, flushes down, and then bogs preserve plants as peat, absorbing spirits that would despoil the air. And then hummocks hum with insects and shrews, and birds brighten the sky. Greenshank and golden plover and red-throated divers and black-throated divers, while merlin, owls and eagles hunt over moss and pools till damaged. And then incentives cease choking conifers are chopped, and primordial pine, oak, and silver birch resurge, and all that live among them, and meadow pipit, skylark, wheatear, curlew, and buzzards return, and dragonflies grace air scented by myrtle and other forgotten flowers. But then, elsewhere, ice melts, too late to undo damage done. Elsewhere, fires rage, too late to tame. Have spirits of prophets too far despoiled the air, when no place on earth is immune? What then? There's time for a third. Passing through Forcinard explores an encounter with deer nearby the peat bogs. This is to be published in DREICH in September 2021. So passing through Forcinard, fleet of foot, our defence against the wild human heart, we gather together, watching one another's eyes dark like moons, flickering, trembling, wondering why you have come. Taking what? As the click of a camera, a gun. Those men who warn you not to open car doors if you want us to stay, come by at noon, day by day, feed us, check we're okay. Even so, this is our place. We blend with the earth. You come for a while and then pass by.
My name is Clive Donovan, and I'm reading from DREICH number 8, season 2. One happy moment. One happy moment is lurking in the corner, next to the sofa. It shifts to the desk, in the fluffy nest of snaky cables. Now it's moved to the sideboard, waiting to break out of the bowl of nuts. One happy moment is suffocating in a zipped cushion, and yet I hear it scratching behind that picture of a Dutch woman ministering to her man in a cool, tiled home of happiness. One happy moment is looking at me. It's leapt to my knee, leached of all colour, so transparently clear. Should I stroke it like a cat, or leave it untouched, to float freely, unbesmirched, into the happy garden?
Hi, I'm LEONIE ROWLAND, and this is the title story from my debut chapbook, In Bed with Melon Bread. When we were standing in the convenience store looking intently at bread, you asked me what I was thinking, and I said, melon bread has a better bedside manner than any man I've been with. You must have mistaken this for encouragement because you reached for a chocolate twist with confidence in your eyes, but really it was just the truth. I visited your flat a week later, and the twist was displayed on your kitchen shelf like a motivational quote. I thought at first that you had bought another one, but you glanced at it repeatedly as you made my coffee, and when you left the room, I checked the sell-by date. It seemed to me that you were keeping souvenirs of something that hadn't happened. I could feel it watching us with little chocolate eyes. You started sending me slices of toast after that. They arrived in paper packages. The first time I opened one, crumbs spilt all over the floor. Attentive, I said, as I fetched the hoover and took a bite. You almost had me then. I liked the time you had taken to toast the bread. I'm nervous that toasters will become obsolete when life gets too busy, and it was soothing to know that you still used one. The caveat was this. That night, after deciding we should be together, I climbed into bed with my daily melon bread and was struck by the quiet. I lit a candle and took a bite. Then, I imagined you asking for a taste. You should have brought your own, I said, as if you were there. I was glad, as the melon-flavoured cream sweetened the taste that had settled in my mouth, that you were not. Thank you.
Hi, I'm KEEKS, and I'm reading from a chapbook, Read With Your Heart, that's just been published by DREICH magazine. This is a poem called The Secret. There's nocht mair bittersweet than a body making you feel 20 stories high. That you can take on the yard and win, that you can dazzle with a blink, and that you're worth a trove of sparkling bars. That wicht can transform your life, for good, for ill, for ever. You willingly hond your power and your heart air to that biased soul. No, this isn't love. No, it's infatuation. The sacred but most hard thing is to find a way to make yourself feel 20 stories high. You have the cannon to tack on the yard and hae worth of all the riches you can win. After all, the feeling's all calm for yourself. How no keep your power and love you first? Make your own dreams come true. Hae respect for number one. Love the best version of you, for you.
Hello, I'm the artist currently unknown as SHANI CADWALLENDER, and I'm going to read to you today from my chapbook, A Crow's Diet. I'm going to read the title poem. Enjoy. A Crow's Diet. Your skinflint sentence. My disquiet chews on scraps. And a crow's diet, it's not much, but costs me dear. I eat my words to keep you near. My glossy side eye, pretty, cagey. My best shot, intriguing, maybe. It's not much, my folded wing beneath your hand. Just everything. And just what exactly? The question remains, exacting, exact as an increment gained. You, grey-eyed, cat-mouthed, spring-wound, silent, fly as I might now, you run in my veins.
DREICH 1, beautiful little thing. I started rereading Under the Volcano, and you have to get 20 pages to find a jewel. So this kicked off this poem, and there's sort of 14, 15 pieces, deconstructed sonnets, kind of memoir-y thing. Moves around a lot. It's called Blue Notes. My man punched me into the fire, bastard. Rats will get him. Body rotting on a rubbish tip. Leffe blonde, Juvel, posh special brew really. A.M. best with cheese, thin ham. Listening to Blue Tits, Eddie Lockjaw Davis. Heron hunched, danced to port and prison. Cornfield fire, bitten burns, flee. Sailed to France on a homemade raft. Tinned cassoulet in Calais. Jack Frost, no birdsong. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Brandy, rum, then some coke. I hear woodpecker. Drink gut rot cider to its rhythm. Miles had a letterbox made to accommodate pizza deliveries. Delicate claw clutching a $20 bill. No change required. Mad Frank has gone. The new pub has a pizza oven. A happy hour. Horses and running, but no fanciful tip. Eating peaches with Les Murray was cool. Les ate 7, I managed 2. Pat's joint, Crouch End. Nothing like Palermo rain, squid ink black puddles, black rain aperitivo, rooftop bar, sparrows on the make, but feed them I must. Sometimes I blend special brew with Kronenberg 1664. Much better than strychnine and water, and you are less likely to punch a horse on the jaw. Cell phone free, the French house. Derek Raymond's black beret hiding among the optics. Call me Cookie, dear boy. one more Rickard, Dean Street, ghosts dance away. Teeth crumble, jazz teeth to a white drug dust. Oh, Chet Baker, Johnny Griffin, love a man, stop chatting anxiety shit. You have teeth, food, so shut the fuck up. Look through the jazz window, don't fall, listen blue, listen with love. Anus Clark, 109, red can, spray tag on Beckenham Bridge. Bowie country, vain, stupid and cunty, mostly. Thankfully, Lou Reed, always the poet. Sunny sky, golden city, lobster noodle love, fast chilled tiger beer, feather light, prawn cracker crunch. Rediscover the nuthatch, the dunnock, creepy little tree keeper, jockstrap, horse racing hat. Never bet on a photo finish. Oh, for a pair of Tony Morrow handmade cowboy boots, and listen to what the butcher said. Make love while ox cheeks sleep in a rich primitivo. Slow roast for 4 hours, and don't forget Mutahid or Old Deed, killed by death, stone dead forever. And this is the final deconstructed sonnet in the sequence. It's a place, it's based in sort of Old Antibes area, and it's a place you kind of dream of when you're in this kind of hideous lockdown. Like Dylan Thomas, Jacques Privé wore a cigarette, drank jazz-age martinis, often at the Hotel Wana, whispering Angel Rosé, black olive tapenade, racetrack fair at Cannes-sur-Mer, goodbye Sandown, Kempton Park, on Boulevard Edward Bourdain, kiss the hand impression of Ray Charles. One day, I hope to die here. Thank you. Now, where's that bottle opener?
Hi, I'm Willie Purcell, and I'm privileged to have some poems in DREICH 5. I'd like to recite one of them just now, called A Small Mark in Notre Dame. It screams vandalism, this symbol cut into the pillar. The mark of a man signing his work for posterity hundreds of years ago to ensure payment. I run my finger over it, trace its lines, memorize the form. I rest my forehead on the cold stone as if to imprint the shape in my skin. I close my eyes, feel his presence, sense his hand. I caress the stone, judge the next strike, shaping and finishing to perfection. Thank you.
It's a delight to be involved in DREICH magazine. I'm going to read a poem today which is based on my response to a photography exhibition. Ex-Buzzcocks drummer John Naha toured the Outer Isles taking pictures of abandoned crofts. It was very moving. There were televisions, rosary beads, half-made beds. Very strange, as if the people were simply stepped out and were going to come back later, although it was clear in many cases that they were never going to come back. I wrote a series of his crafted poems, and this is one of them. North Sound, Harris. Angry sea rattles me awake, cramped under grey skies. Wind sighs off the empty Mara through trees braced against squalls. Too early in the year for the corncrake's rasp. I hear the kettles cry, tannin and sugar stave off dreams. In rooms choked by inheritance, the grate rattles long cold embers. Tradition stifles laughter. A radio drones other songs in the old voices. Today I leave. Thank you.